I would have went January 6th if Adele would have been the
Oh my
halftime
God.
performer.
James.
Week 5 of Big Pick Energy. Guys, we have made it, and we are on a little bit of a heater right now. Last week, I had my second 4-0 week. James,
Woo!
3-1. Jiselle,
Woo!
2-2. We are doing extremely well right now. Let's keep the fire going. Week 5 is going to be a fun one. Let's start with our favorites. James, I'll have you start.
Man, Spence and Jiselle. Hey, like you mentioned, we've been on a heater lately, so it's like, hey man, let's just keep that heater rolling. And unfortunately, man, I gotta go with a team that I feel like the line's a bit too low. I think they're expecting Mr. Daniels to play this Sunday, but if it's Marcus Mariota, give us the Los Angeles Chargers -2.5. The only trend I have, guys, you know me, I love my trends. Shoot, as Spence mentioned, he's 8-0 the last 2 weeks. I'm 7-1 the last 2 weeks. Chargers are 16-0 against the spread after allowing over 125 yards versus a non-divisional opponent, and they lost. So that was last week versus the Giants. And Justin Herbert is 8-0 in that era, in that trend. So give me that. Of course, other than that, hey, Justin Herbert and Harbaugh, 13-4 together as against the spread record. So I like their chances. I like their chances.
James, I haven't ridden one with you all year. I'm going to ride this with you this week. I'm also taking the Chargers -2.5 for my favorite as well. I'm a big Justin Herbert guy, but I love that they are coming off of what most people would deem an embarrassing loss when they went to New York, lost to Jackson Dart in his first career start.
Hell yeah.
This is a team that is going to bounce back, and I know Jane Daniels is going to play in this game. That definitely concerns me a bit because the Commanders are another team that are reeling after a few back-to-back subpar performances from their team, but their problems have been more so on the defensive side of things. Yes. I see it keeping on rolling for them. I think the Chargers bounce back, and I think they win this one comfortably. I'm with you, James. -2.5 is crazy. So when me and James are 15-1 in the past 2 weeks, and we are agreeing on a pick, people, y'all have to take this one. Chargers -2.5 is the play.
Hell yeah.
Giselle.
I guess so.
Giselle.
I had to fix my thing because y'all had me on there for a second that I picked the Patriots as my favorites this week. I was like, whoa.
No, the Patriots are not favorites, but you are going to go with that game with your favorite?
Yes. I'm picking the Bills. Yes, I am. They're going to continue on a 5-game win streak.
Matter of fact, I think the Bills still play at home. When the hell are they going to go on the road? That's the.
We talked about this. I literally said they have to utilize as much time as they can to be in their stadium before it's completely snowed in. And who's going to be there? Nobody, except for like the crazies who are shirtless in like bodies deep length of snow.
Hey, no slander towards Bills Mafia. All right.
Yeah.
That is one of the most respectable fan bases.
No slander. But kudos to y'all. I don't know how y'all do that. Y'all are built different.
Absolutely. They're built different.
No,
yeah. The Bills have not left the state of New York in 25 yet. Dude, now they will next week. They finally have a road game. But even then, they have a road game, and it's the Monday night game. So they're going to have a long week when they go on the road to Atlanta.
Right.
So
I will say
schedule makers were glazing the Bills before the season. Go ahead, James.
100%.
Oh yeah, no, I like the pick. Obviously, I don't think this is one of those in division tough matchups. This will be Drake May's first start in the NFL at a primetime night game since he played in North Carolina in 2023 versus NC State. So,
man,
buckle up, Drake May. Buckle up, Mike Variable. Buckle up because the Josh train and guess what? We keep talking Josh. Spence, man, I know there's a guy you love on the Bills. His name starts with James, and all he does is
let him cook.
Let him cook.
Oh, yeah. Fantasy football superstar.
I love it.
Love me some James Cook. Yeah, no, I'm with the pick there. Even though I am a big Drake May guy, I want to see him play well in this game. Fantasy football purposes, as I was just saying. But even beyond that, I want to see him play well because I want this division to be somewhat interesting. But here's the
Mhm.
deal.
yeah.
In my eyes, if the Bills win this game on Sunday night, which they're heavily favored to do, the division is like officially over. There is no chance that any of those teams, barring some catastrophic injury, would have any chance of catching the Buffalo Bills in this division. Wrap it up
Right.
after week 5 if the Bills get this dub.
Exactly. I couldn't
Agreed.
agree more. Like I said, this is the Bills' year to go to the AFC Championship, win it, and go to the Super Bowl. This is
Let's
their
get
time.
it.
They have to do it.
Matter of fact, man, you think anyone from the Bills Mafia, if they go to the Super Bowl, know who Bad Bunny is? I know that's another topic for another day. I know it's another topic for another day.
Stop.
Yeah,
There's
we got
a
the
bunch
chance.
of people in New
Yo,
York.
hey! I'm right now. I'm on my Rosetta Stone right now. I'm trying right now. I'm trying to get down some Bad Bunny. Allah, I'm trying
Oh
right now.
no.
I'm not there yet. Like I said, I'm right now on Rosetta Stone. I have a couple months. I'll start speaking some lingo in a
Get some
second.
Duolingo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Play his music, look at the lyrics, look at the translations, get comfortable with the beats.
Hold
You're
up.
gonna
Matter
really
of
like
fact,
See, that's all I need when
hold up.
some
Hold,
reggaeton comes on. I just need the do 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 do.
hold up. Matter of fact, when you said look at the translation, so if I look at the translation and he's playing his songs in February, Giselle, answer me this: should I sing it in English because I know the English version, or should I try to say it in the Spanish version?
try to say it in Spanish.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can do
All right.
hard things. Like when you drive to work, just put some Bad Bunny on and be like,
Okay.
"¿Qué me preguntó?"
Yeah, I mean, can I say this also? There was a
Mhm.
lot of people that were mad. They were pre-mad at people being upset about Bad Bunny doing a Spanish halftime show. Can I be honest? I really feel like that's overblown. No one was really mad that Bad Bunny is going to be the halftime show.
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
he's gonna
lie.
put on a great show. He's a great
Yeah, it's gonna be
performer,
great. It's gonna be
he's a
awesome.
great entertainer.
No one's mad about this.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. Like, of course, I wish it was somebody else, but when I hear it, and is when I have my volume on 100, I'm gonna have me a Corona and a taco, and I'm
man,
gonna be salsa dancing.
this
Hey,
man. No, but in all reality, I think a lot of people thought it was going to be Adele, and no tea, no shade. I was really
No, hell
not
no.
rocking with that because
I
what
would have
type
protested.
Adele song
I would
is
have went. I would have went January 6th if Adele would have been the
oh my
halftime
god.
performer.
James?
Bro, for real, bro. Imagine this, Giselle. You imagine. Okay. Let's set the scene for you, Spence and Giselle. Imagine your Texans in the Super Bowl. You're 30 minutes away from winning the Super Bowl. You're hyped. You're ready, and all of a sudden, all you hear is, "Hello, it's me. I've been one." Dude, it would kill my vibe. It would kill my vibe. It
I
would
don't
kill
know.
my vibe.
Counterpoint. What if she did Rolling in the Deep? That would get me hype.
No,
Okay.
No,
No,
it's a good
let's
song, but no.
let's be really really honest. We know who it really should have been.
bro, this man pulled up the sticker.
No, this is not a sticker, sir. This is a pin.
In
This is a pin, and I am proud Swifty. She was dropping the hints, and it was all for nothing. She's
All for
toying
nothing.
with us again. But you
know,
know they asked her, and
You're
she
I
turned it
don't
down.
think the NFL wanted to be that predictable.
Super Bowl
Oh,
62
come on
in
now,
Atlanta.
Giselle. Get
We got
real.
so
You
many.
think they wouldn't have wanted Taylor Swift to do the halftime show? Are you
Too many
kidding me right
conspiracy
I'm
now?
not saying
theories.
they wouldn't want it, but they're
Too
gonna
many.
delay it because the whole NFL scripted, blah 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 blah. They're
Yeah.
like, man, that's a little too easy.
Mm-hmm.
A little too easy.
Super Bowl 62 in Atlanta. It'll be Taylor Swift because Travis has got to retire soon.
Mm.
So you think it's going to happen when Travis Kelce officially retires?
Yes, it has
Okay.
to be after he retires and definitely their wedding to make it like, okay, you know what? This ain't like what Giselle said because I would be on that train. I'd be like, it.
I wouldn't care as much because all of her airs and she is coming out with a brand new album.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was a little bit too much of an easy grab, and the NFL was like, "We're gonna go in a different direction. We got a new audience with a bunch of Swifties with the NFL. How about we expand and get a bigger audience with Bad Bunny?"
I just think every single year, probably for the last decade, the first phone call the NFL makes every year is to Taylor Swift, and she has said no. That's what I think. That's my
I
theory. I
think
think
there's
she
truth
is
in
turning
that.
it down. I think she doesn't want to do it. Maybe for the reasons you're saying, but I think she's turning it down. I think Roger Goodell would be like, Taylor, please. I want the money that this would bring me. Please, girl, you got to do it.
Hmm.
He's begging. He's pleading.
Maybe next year, let the new album marinate, everyone get into that era, enjoy it, and then she's completely stacked. All of the errors are there.
Yeah. All I know is Roger Goodell, that brother's starving. All right. Let's go to underdogs for the week. James, I'm going to take this one. I'll go first on this one because I copied you on our favorite, and I'm technically copying you on my underdog, but I'm copying your pick from last week.
Mm.
I am taking the Bucks plus 3.5. They are traveling to Seattle to take on Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks, who are absolutely on fire right now. But James, y'all know this about me. Y'all know I refuse to buy in on the Sam Darnold train. I am
Mhm.
way more in on the Baker Mayfield train. And I know he's
Me
hurt.
too.
I know he's hurt. I know he's a little bit hobbled. But I think the Buccaneers coming off of a loss against the Eagles, one that I feel like they probably could have won if some things
Mm-hmm.
bounced a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
They were in it at the very end. I don't think this is a team that's going to lose back-to-back games like that. I've
Mhm.
said it before the season. I think the Bucks are going to be one of the contenders in the NFC all season
Mhm.
long. I think this would be a game that they could make a statement in about where they are in the hierarchy of the NFC. Same opportunity presents itself for the Seahawks, but again, if given the choice between Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, I'm going to do exactly what the Cleveland Browns did when they had that choice, and I'm going to go with Baker.
Me too.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I like the pick. No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I would say this. I'm only shying away from it because, like you mentioned, Baker's injury. I'm a little skeptical of the travel from Tampa all the way to Seattle,
You
and
hate that
but
east to west coast.
I hate all of these like long distance relationship games. You know how it goes. Someone's getting screwed over at the end. But I will say this, Spence, in your favor, if Baker plays, there's a good trend. Non-divisional away dogs, 30-10 against the spread after they played a game as a home dog. So looking good.
All right.
Looking good.
Yeah, I love teams coming off of losses in situations like this, and I'm going to stay with the fire. I'm going to stay with the Tampa Bay Bucks plus 3.5. Now, if we need to adjust the line because Baker's out and it ends up being Teddy Two Gloves starting on Sunday, we can talk about that off camera. But right now, it's
mhm.
plus 3.5. If Baker plays, plus 3.5 is going to hit. Love it.
Love it.
Mhm.
All right, James, who's your underdog for week 5?
Man, Spence and Giselle, I'm surprised this underdog is this large of an underdog. And I'm really skeptical of this one. So give me the Raiders plus 7.5 versus Indy because yes, we know the Colts have been very impressive. Yes, they just suffered their first loss against the Rams. But mind you guys, Daniel Jones has never been favored by a touchdown or more in his whole entire NFL career. As a favorite, Danny Dimes is 7-9 against the spread, but he's 0-2 against the spread as a favorite of more than 6 points. I think the Raiders figured out something last week. Obviously, we got the Michael Myers standing, Ashton Genty running around. Hopefully that
Mhm.
continues. Geno Smith right now has been dog water. We can just admit it. I couldn't tell you the difference between him and DJ Lagway because all they do is throw picks after picks after picks. So that scares me a bit. But really, the more the trend is against Danny Dimes and teams coming off of being undefeated, not just straight up, but also against the spread. Because another record I have is teams that suffered their first loss against the spread and straight up 24-42-2 against the spread since 2012. So that's hitting at a 35% clip. Give me the Raiders. I think this is a smidge too many points. If this was 4.5, I might go Colts, but 7.5 is way too large for me.
Mm. You know what, James? I was this close to making that my pick. I was this close, and I was like, I
Look,
don't know.
look, Giselle. Hey, I would totally understand it. Look, Spence, he's trying to copy the swag. He's trying to copy the swag. He sees me number one. He's like, I gotta copy the swag. So he's doing it. You can hop on, Giselle. Look, hey, it's all love between us two. Now, off camera, Spencer, you suck. But on camera, hey,
We
man,
are
love
literally
you
on
guys.
camera right now.
Are we? Oh, damn. My fault, big dog. My fault, big dog.
Leaving
Man,
it in.
hey.
I'm leaving it in.
You gotta leave that one in. Y'all crack me up.
I'll say this. Hold on. I want to stay on this game. James, the
You wanna leave it in?
Raiders, they're due. This
They-
is a team that is not as bad as their record indicates, 1-3.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams like that. We might talk about one of them a little bit later. The Raiders, I think, are going to get it going. And just like I have been with Sam Darnold, I still am not buying the Indiana Jones train. I'm not doing it. I refuse. I know the Giants are a cursed franchise, but I saw way too much bad play from Daniel Jones in his career to think that this is the true guy. This is the Daniel Jones that we're going to see all season long. I think the other foot will come down even more. And I think the Raiders, I'll say this, James, I don't think they cover. I think they win outright.
Win outright. Oh, so
I think they go into Indianapolis and they win outright in a crazy game.
love it.
Ooh.
Let's sprinkle it.
But that's not going to be my pick.
Okay.
I'll leave that one to you, James. I support it, though. I love it.
Thank you.
All right, Jiselle, underdog of the week. Who you got?
Oh my God, I never thought I'd be the one to say this, but I'm going with the Carolina Panthers plus 1.5 as my underdog. I just feel like they have the opportunity to win that game. They had great success 2 weeks ago, and I feel like they just need a little bit of spark. And I think that this is a perfect opportunity for them to do so. So hopefully, Bryce Young, this is your moment to kind of rise above the ashes, get some inflate your ego a little bit.
We need
Okay.
something.
Anything, just a little sliver of something. And I think that this is the Panthers a good opportunity for them to do so. So I'm going to go with the Panthers. I usually would never bet anything for the Panthers, but never say never.
It's gross, but I like it. And I'll say this. This is just a fact. The Panthers at home this season have allowed 0 points. That is a fact. That is a fact.
And they're
It's
1-0
week
at
5,
home.
and they have not allowed a single point scored at home.
Talk about home field advantage, lockdown defense. No, Giselle, I'll say this. I stayed so far away from this game. You know me. I want to bet the Panthers.
Man, I do know you, man.
I think I bet them like 3 times this year, but one on the home front, the other 2 on the road pissed me off. I'll say this, Bryce Young, hey, career record is 7-25. It's horrible.
Oh,
Why would you bet this guy? But out of his 7 wins, 5 of them are at home. So,
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna go with the train, go with the trend, follow that train. And then Miami, they just took a big beating with Tyreek Hill being so happy that he's gonna get paid no matter what his knee is doing.
Yeah,
It's
that was
dislocated, all this, that, and the
crazy.
other. I just feel like Miami, this is unfortunately a time for them to not really do well.
I'm with you. I'm with you on this one. Tua's career away from South Beach, 13-19 straight up, but 14-17-1 against the spread. So, and of course, you lose Tyreek Hill. What's really going to go down? I mean, so I'm with you.
Waddle wouldn't be enough to
God.
handle what Tyreek was
And
doing.
Giselle,
So.
are we on the same page on as Waddle probably being a bust as a 6 overall pick?
I'm not on that train. I'm not.
Tell
on
me
that
your
train.
reasons why.
Okay.
I just want to
has
know
these good
because trust
moments,
me, I want to root for the guy. You know me, but
I want to root for him too, but it's not consistent. And anytime I see him in fantasy, I'm like, it's
No.
tempting, but no.
1015, 1356, 1014. Those were his first 3 seasons in the NFL. 6 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. This is a good player. This is not a bust. Now, maybe you wanted generational game breaker. If that's what you were expecting from Jalen Waddle, sure, he's a bust. But no, that's a good player. That's a good player.
I think he's good. He's average.
His stats did take a downturn these past 2 years. What do you think that coincided with?
Tua.
Probably Tua.
Tua and the presence of Tyreek Hill as well. Because I think Tyreek Hill's only been there 2 years, right? No, he's been there 4 years. Yikes. It's been
Really?
so long.
Wow.
Yikes.
Has he been there 4 years?
4 years. Wow, that's
we're
crazy.
getting old.
We are getting old.
God,
So that was 1 year of Waddle as the wide receiver 1, and as a rookie wide receiver 1, 104 catches, 1,015 yards, and 6 touchdowns as a rookie. I'd
Pretty dope.
obviously I would tend to contend that he is a better player now. I think like he's good. He's good in fantasy. Like Jalen
Mhm.
Waddle is someone you start in your lineup every week now that Tyreek's out. Jalen Waddle is going to get fed. Him and Devon Achane stock up.
I don't know. I got scorched by him last season, so I'm scared.
Yeah, my favorite Jalen Waddle moment last year was whenever he had like a insane stat line. Um, like it was decent for fantasy, but it ended up being worse because he caught a lateral on the last play of the game and ran like 25 yards in the wrong direction and lost 2.5 points.
Yes.
It was crazy.
That
Yes.
was crazy.
Yes. That was it. That
Yeah,
was it. That's
that
why I'm
was a
like, I'm scorched. Can't do
yeah,
it. Sorry. It's
that was a
tempting.
frustrating
Yeah.
one for sure. Okay, moving on. Let's get to our overs. Giselle, we'll give you the mic still since you're holding it now. Who's your
Oh,
over for week
okay.
5?
Yeah.
My over
Yeah.
my over for this week is going to be that Chiefs Jacksonville game. And I believe that this game will go above 46 and a half points. I think we're going to see a fight to the finish. Whatever's going on in Jacksonville, happy go lucky, sunshine and rainbows with Trevor Lawrence. I think he's at least going to score 21 points with his team. And Mahomes is going to show out because they're getting some groove back. They had an annihilating win against Baltimore Ravens, so it's gonna be a good fight between these AFC teams, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, actually, matter of
Monday
fact,
night.
I think I'm joining you actually, Giselle. I think I'm copying you this week. I'm gonna go also the Jags KC over 46 and a half.
Love it.
Trevor Lawrence is 4-0 on this trend, and Jaguars since 1999. And this is since 1999. It's been a while. The
Jesus.
Jaguars versus non-divisional opponents are 27-0 to the over off a game if they had more than 28 minutes of possession, zero turnovers, and won the previous game versus a non-divisional team. So guess what? Trevor Lawrence, you're 4-0 with this trend. Let's make it 5-0. I know technically the Chiefs will face a tougher defense than the Ravens, but I'm with you. If we can get 21, 24 points from the Jaguars, I think we can get 48, 40. I would say 48, 51 points in this game. Give me the over. Get all the points, and guess what? It doesn't matter. Hey, me and you, Giselle, look, the good thing about what's going to happen, this is a Monday night game. We're
Mhm.
going to be 3-0, and we're going to be like, hey, this is
Yes.
on the house. This is on the house.
Yeah.
We win, we win. We lose. Who cares?
Oh yeah, we in it. Mia's like, woo, this is gonna hit the over. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah.
All right, my over this week. I'm going with the over in the Lions versus Bengals game. It's in Cincinnati. It is set at
Ooh.
49 and a half. That's a big number. We're going to have to get there. It's
Huge.
probably not going to get there until the second half. So I've got an uphill climb to get here, but if there's anything I know about a Dan Campbell coached football team, it's that they could probably get to 49 and a half points on their own. And I think that the Bengals, given how horrible they have been this season, despite that, this is only their second home game of the year. And the other one was their win against the Jaguars, which is the only other time this season we have seen Jake Browning look serviceable. The other two games since then, Jake Browning has been one of the worst quarterbacks you'll ever see in the NFL. So if the Bengals are going to turn this thing around, it's got to be this week at home. Otherwise, they're going to get on the phone. They're going to call up the Falcons, see about Kirk Cousins. They're going to call up the
Mm-hmm.
Giants and see about Russell Wilson. And
Mm-hmm.
Jake Browning is going to be an afterthought. This is Jake
Mm.
Browning's last chance to put up some points, compete, have like some kind of offense. And I think that is just a recipe when you got Dan Campbell, you got Jake Browning fighting for his life. I think we got an over here. 49 and a half, big number. It's tough, but I like the
Yes.
over here.
Yeah, Spence, I'm with you on this one. I like the over. Listen to this. Zach Taylor, right? Head coach for the Bengals. His record in September, October, November is 27, 42, and 1. You want to guess how many wins out of those 27 are by Joe Burrow?
Oh, man. 22.
All 27.
I was gonna say
Oh,
it's gonna be like
no.
all of them,
So
right?
all the other quarterbacks are 0 and 15 in those 3 months, losing by an
Man.
average of 14 points. So Spence,
That's
we know
crazy. I thought Zach Taylor would have gotten a couple wins with I thought he mustered out a couple wins when it was like Brandon Allen starting games. That's crazy.
Yeah, and of course, like for example, the crazy thing about it is that technically Jake Browning was one of those wins, but Joe Burrow started the game,
Oh yeah,
so
true,
he got
true.
the dub.
That
So
was that must have been the game against the Jaguars this season. Yeah,
yes,
Yes.
it
Yes.
was. But yeah, like I
insane.
mentioned, 0-15 when other quarterbacks are starting, losing by a total of 14 points. So right now we're getting 14, right, Spence? So are we getting 30, 35 to, well, I know 21's not 40. Yeah, 35 to 21. Are we getting that type of game? You still got Jamar Chase, you still got T. Higgins. Can they, get 14? Because how many points do you think you need the Bengals to score just to feel comfortable? Would you say if you got 17, would you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I think that's a good number.
I was gonna say at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might be again. Dan Campbell could get it on his own.
Yeah, damn,
He
yeah.
might be able to get it on his own. I'll take
Yeah.
17 from Jake Browning. I think the Lions can get 35. Yeah, I think that's a good way to get the over. I like it. All right, let's move on to our unders.
Ooh.
James, who you got in your under this week?
I am going with the ballsy under, the lowest total out of all games being in international play. This is the lowest total ever at 36.5. Give me Dylan Gabriel's biggest nightmare, his first start versus the Minnesota Vikings and Brian Flores, not even in Cleveland, in Dublin. So
No, this one's in London. This one's in London town. Tottenham Hotspur.
Look at that.
Tottenham
See,
Hotspur Stadium.
look, they moved the games as well. Shoot. Whew. All I know is that I don't expect much from this. I feel, like I said, I feel bad
We're
for
not
Dylan
waking up early
Gabriel.
for this one.
No, I'll wake. Well, hold on, let me rephrase.
No.
I'll wake up. Don't get me wrong. I will wake up because my kids are screaming, getting ready for church. But then by the time worship's done, I'll check the like, hey man, did I get that dub? Did I get that dub? But no, in all honesty, this is just towards. I like the Browns defense versus Carson Wentz. Just, I think even though Carson Wentz and them will still be able to pull this win out, but it's just Dylan Gabriel versus Brian Flores and his defensive schemes. That's where I'm going with this. And of course, another thing that I like is that even though technically, yeah, the Vikings played the other day somewhere else, they were still on the international side of the country. Cleveland's got to do all the traveling, so I feel like it's going to be some jet lag, some lagging start. I see this game really Spence and Jiselle going like 20 to 6 and just call it a day. Like I feel bad for Dylan Gabriel. Like in general, this is not in my opinion, the perfect start. Maybe Shador, man, and he'll probably get the start maybe this week.
Who knows? They said that it's Dylan Gabriel starting. Second is Joe Flacco, and Shador is still in the number 3 position.
God dang.
Which I'm like, at that point, why don't you just put him in, coach? Just let him see what he does. Like, you guys probably most likely aren't going to win. Like, come on, just do it.
Just put him in. Come on, guys.
Do it in the fourth quarter. Or no, actually just do it in the third quarter in case like you guys maybe have a fighting chance in the fourth. So just do it in the third. I don't know.
We're getting another week of Carson Wentz, so
heck yeah,
an under feels really, really good play here. Jiselle, who is your under for week 5?
My under this week for week 5 is going to be the Los Angeles Chargers and the Washington Commanders this week. I don't have them going above 48 points. Now, I hope that this is the first week where my under hits because I have never hit an under thus far. This is the one under thing that I'm not the best at. I can do any other pick, but it's the unders. I don't know what it is. I just can't do it.
If there's any encouragement I can give you on this, Jiselle, it's the fact that it's just as hard to go 0-4 as it is to do 4-0. Just saying. Probability is in your favor there. So you are doing something amazing there. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Jiselle. I think your winless streak's going to continue. I'm not gonna lie.
I hate this pick for you.
This is going to be points galore. We got Jaden Daniels coming back. We got Justin Herbert. It's going to be a quarterback duel.
Great.
I mean,
under 48.5. Hey,
I mean, heck, the Falcons damn dropped 34. Man, I'm believing that the Chargers will at least drop because we're gonna call a spade a spade. We like Justin Herbert over Michael Penix. Yeah, you can say the Falcons got better, running backs and receivers, but man, talk about, we talk about Quentin Johnson all the time now because it seems like he's out here just having a breakout year. I'm I'm sorry, Giselle. This might be the only pick that I just do not like.
Great.
Is if it was anyone else, I'd say screw it. Yeah, let's go with the under. But this game particularly, I stayed away because even they're even scoring points with Marcus Mariota.
Yeah,
that's the
I don't know. I
craziest
originally
thing.
was gonna do the Texans and Ravens, but they were like, has to be under 40. And I was like, I just feel that it's gonna be over 40. I just
I mean, the Ravens defense is really bad.
It is.
so that's why I'm like, there's no way it's gonna be. I don't know. Do you
Because
see
that,
I
well,
don't like doing the unders? I just don't like it because I'm like, I think almost every game it's not gonna hit,
well,
and
Giselle,
they really don't.
well, Giselle, I'll offer you this because I teased it a little bit. My under pick of the week is those Houston Texans and Baltimore Ravens. Talked about it a little bit earlier. There's some teams that are 1-3 that shouldn't be. Part of the reason why I believe the Texans should not be 1-3 is because how elite that defense is. That
Correct.
defense is Super Bowl caliber. Period. Point blank. I'll put anyone on that defense up against any other unit in the league
Yep.
and feel confident with that Texans unit. It's just that the offense is D3 football level at times this season. 26-0 against a horrible Titans team does not make me think that this offense is any better than it was the previous week. I know the Ravens defense is arguably even worse than the Titans, but here's the deal. Couple of reasons why I love this under. Of course, it's the fact that it's in Baltimore, a place that I don't believe the Texans have ever won a single time in their entire franchise's history. That would be amazing to go into Baltimore and get the dub there. The other reason why, the guy that plays running back for the Baltimore Ravens is Derrick Henry. And while he has a history of torching the Texans, I think that can continue with an under still hitting. He could run for 200 yards, only score once or twice, and they kick a lot of field goals, and the clock runs out because they're just running the ball all day because Cooper Rush is not going to scare anyone on that Texans defense. Last time we saw the Texans defense go up against Cooper Rush, it was a Monday Night Football game last year when he was the quarterback for the Cowboys, and we remember what happened, multiple defensive touchdowns. That would be my biggest fear in the under not hitting in this game. Right. But I think this is two offenses that are disgusting, and this is not going to be a fun one to watch. As a Texans fan, I'll probably keep up with the score. I'll have it on my phone while my TV's on Red Zone. I'm just being honest, transparent, diehard Texans fan. No one can come at me for my Texans fandom because I have them on my phone when this offense is that bad to watch. I can't do it to myself.
Yeah. I'll say it like this. I am rolling with Spence on this under just because Texans 16-7 to the under since the start of last season. They're the only 4-0 team to the under. And this is the first time in the last 20 years that we've had one team that's 4-0 to the over, 4-0 to the under. And that game was October in 2025, Peyton Manning versus Alex Smith.
Wow.
That score finished out 28-3, final going under the total on that game. So I love this pick. I'm with Spence on this one. I think Derrick Henry is going to get a ton of touches. Cooper Rush is not going to get anything done. But then again, like you mentioned, can the Texans score, 21, 24 points on the Ravens and just, hey, let's just put 9 in the box on Henry and see if Cooper Rush can beat us? Hey, let's see it. But I'm going with the under on this game as well.
The Texans offense versus the Ravens defense. What happens when an extremely movable object meets an extremely stoppable force? Well, we will find out on Sunday afternoon. So Giselle, I'll propose this to you as we wrap things up.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
Me and James are sharing a pick. You and James are sharing a pick.
Oh.
I think you should take my under with me. I think we should get rid of Chargers and Commanders on yours. We all talked about it. None of us really feeling good on it. Come on. Ride this under. Giselle, the Texans under has gone 4-0 all year. The money is there. Ride it with me, my friend. Let's do this.
Ride it.
This is peer pressure.
It is peer pressure.
At least it's not alcohol or cocaine. Come on.
Goodness. Yeah. No, good Lord. No. I don't know. I don't know.
Spence. Hey, Giselle makes
Speak
the
now, I'll
switch.
forever hold
Hey,
your peace.
Spence, Giselle makes the switch. Watch this Sunday. Chargers, Commanders, 6-3.
Right? I mean,
Dude,
hey,
could you freaking imagine? I'd be like,
yeah, I would feel bad, but I wouldn't also feel bad. I'd be like,
You
the
know what?
power of
Hey,
friendship prevails.
it's fine, Giselle. Hey, it's fine, Giselle. You can keep your Commanders, Chargers pick. We'll roll with it.
All right.
okay, I guess. I guess.
You guess you're rolling
Guess
with
what?
it? Power of friendship?
No.
No power of friendship? Okay,
No power of
fine.
friendship. F
Friendship
you.
over.
And that's
Fine.
the show.
Fine. You know what? Yeah. Show over because friendship over.
No, stop it.
Okay, my bad. No.
You're
But the show
so-
really is over. So y'all gotta let us know
Okay.
in the comments who's crazy, who's got the worst picks, who's got the best pick.